Hello students, so today we are going to solve standard 10th SSC question bank of algebra chapter 1, that is linear equations in two variable. Okay, so let's start. Question number 1A is MCQ. First one, to draw the graph of 4x plus 5y equals to 19. If x is equal to 1, then what will be the value of y? Okay, so what you have to do is you have to just substitute the value of x as 1. So 4 into 1 plus 5y equals to 19. So 5y equals to 19 minus 4, that is 15. So y equal to 3. So the value of y is 3, that is option B. Second, for the equation with variable x and y, if dx and dy is given, you have to find the value of x. So the formula for x is dx upon d, that is the value of dx is 26 upon 13. So answer is 2, option A. Now next, which of the following is a linear equation in a two variable? So the option is C. Okay, yes, option is C, x plus 2y equals to 5 minus 3y. Next, which of the following is not the solution of 3x plus 6y equals to 12? Now for this particular MCQ students, we have to try substituting all the values one by one, okay, in x and y, but I'll give you the correct option over here, that is option D. Okay, why option D? Let's see. 3 into 3 plus 6 into 1. We are substituting the value of x and y, that is 9 plus 6 is 15, which is not equal to the right hand side, that is 12. So 3 comma 1 is not the solution. Fifth one. Students, the fifth MCQ is important. Okay, they are given the value of determinant as 2. You have to find x. So we all know how do we solve a determinant. We multiply 3 and x minus 2 into 5 equals to 2. So 3x equals to 2 plus 10. 3x equals to 12. So x equals to 4. That is option A. Sorry, option B. A is 3. Option B equal to 4. Next, for the equations 5x plus 3y plus 11 equal to 0 and 2x plus 4y equals to minus 10, you have to find the value of D. Okay, so the value of D, what we take is we take the coefficients of x and y. So that is 5, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we all know how do we solve a determinant. So 5 into 4 minus 2 into 3, that is 20 minus 6. Answer is 14, option A. Next, question number 7 is important. We have to find the value of x plus y. Okay, so here they have given two equations. Let me write down that. 49x minus 57y equals to 172. 57x minus 49y equals to 252. What we have to do is, students, we have to subtract the equations. Now when we subtract the equations, what we get is minus 8x minus 8y equals to minus 80. Okay, so we got the answer, but now what I am doing is I will divide this equation by minus 8. If I divide this equation by minus 8, what I get is x plus y equals to 10. So the answer is C, x plus y equals to 10. Okay, so remember here we are dividing by minus 8, so all the signs will change. So x plus y equals to 10 is the answer. Okay, let's see the next one. The solution of the equation 2x minus y equals to 2 is, the option is A. Okay, how A? Let's see, let's take the equation. 2x minus y equals to 2. So the value of x I'm substituting as 2, y is 2, so I get 4 minus 2, that is 2, and my left hand side and right hand side is equal, so I can say that 2 comma 2 is the solution. Okay, now the next one, students, the ninth one is the difference of the two numbers, that is x minus y is 10 and x plus y is 40. So if you want, you can solve the equation and get the values of x and y, or a simple logic will apply here. I want two numbers whose addition is 70 and difference is 10. So I can directly say that the option is A, 40 and 30. The difference is 10 and addition is 70. You can even solve the equation. Okay, fine. Let's see the next one, the 10th one. Find the value of dx for the given equation. Okay, so for dx, what we do? First, we take the constants here. So what are the constants? 19 and minus 11. And after that, we take the coefficients of y, that is 3 and minus 3. And we need to just solve this. So when I multiply, it's minus 57 minus of minus 33. That is minus 57 plus 33. That is, answer is minus 24. So that is option C, minus 24. Okay, now let's start with the next question, that is question 1b, which are of 1 mark each. Okay, state with reason whether the following is a linear equation or no. So my answer is no, it is not a linear equation. Why? Because it is not in the standard form. Okay, now what is the standard form of a simultaneous equation, students? That is ax plus by equal to c. This is the standard form. So it is not in the form. That is why it is not a linear equation, because if you see the question here, it is x square. Okay, because of x square, it is not a linear equation. Okay, next, show the condition using variable x and y. Two numbers differ by 3. Okay, so differ means minus, so x minus y equal to 3. Okay, the difference is of 3. Next, for the equation 4x plus 5y equals to 20, find y when x is 0. So what you have to do, instead of x, you have to write down 0 and just keep on solving it. So that will be 0, 4 into 0 is 0, 5y equals to 20, so y equals to 4. Y equals to 4 is the answer. Okay, let's see the fourth one. Write any two solutions of the equation x plus y equal to 7. Okay, so I have the equation x plus y equal to 7. Now I have to write down two equations, two solutions. So randomly, let us take any value of x. So if I take x as 2, so what will be y equals to 7 minus 2, that is 5. So the first solution is 2 comma 5. Next, let me take any other random value of x, that is 4. So what will be y equals to 7 minus 4, 3. So the next solution is 4 comma 3. So here, students, we can have infinite solutions. Take any random value of x, you will get the value of y. Okay, now let's see sum number 5. Okay, decide whether 0 comma 2 is the solution. So we have to decide, we have to check. So we have to do LHS RHS. So LHS is 5x plus 3y. Now the value of x is 0. So 5 into 0 plus 3. The value of y is 2. That is 0 plus 6 is 6. So if you see on the right hand side also, yes, it is 6. So your answer is yes. Yes, 0 comma 2 is the solution. Okay. Next, write any two solutions of the equation a minus b equal to minus 3. So again, we have similar kind of sum. Okay, so let me take any value of a or b, anything you like. Okay, I'll take b as 1. So instead of b, if I put here 1, so I'll get a minus 1 equal to minus 3. So after I shift, I get a equal to minus 2. So my first answer is minus 2 comma 1. Okay, make sure that students, we write the value of a first and then b. Minus 2 1, don't write 1 minus 2. Okay, be careful with that. Next, I'm taking the value of b as 5. So that is a minus 5 equal to minus 3. So a equal to minus 3 plus 5, that is 2. So I get answer as 2 comma 5. Again, here we can have infinite solutions. Okay, for any value of b, you can find its corresponding value of a. Okay, next is x plus 2y equal to 5 and 2x plus y equal to 7. You have to find the value of x plus y. Okay, so let me write down both the equations. X plus 2y equal to 5, 2x plus y equal to 7. Okay, now if you see, this particular sum is based on interchanging the coefficients. So when I add both the equations, I get 3x plus 3y equals to 12, and when I divide this equation by 3, I get x plus y equal to 4. This is the answer. We got the value of x plus y equals to 4. Okay, let's see the next one. They have given dx and x. You have to find the value of d. So first, let us write down the formula. X equals to dx upon d. Yes, x equals to dx upon d. So here they are given the value of x, that is minus 3, equals to dx is 24 upon d. So when I just do alternando, or if I shift, I get the value of d as 24 upon minus 3. D is minus 8. Okay, let's see the next sum, that is sum number 9. Okay, now here what they have told is the cost of a book is 5 rupees more than the cost of pen. Okay, so let the cost of pen equal to x. Okay, and let the cost of book equal to rupees y. Okay, you can take the coefficients as a, b, or any other variable. Now what they're given, the cost of a book. Okay, the cost of a book, so the cost of book is y, is 5 rupees more, 5 rupees more than twice the cost of pen, 2x plus y. Plus, this is what you have to do, students. You have to just form the linear equation. Okay, that is what we got. Only the thing is, students, we have to write down this in the standard form. So minus 2x plus y equal to 5. Yes, this is the required equation. Okay, now sum number 10. They have given a upon 4 plus b upon 3 equals to 4. We have to write this equation in the standard form. Okay, so what you have to do is, we are doing LCM over here. So LCM of 4 and 3 is 12. So what I'm doing is, I'm multiplying everything by 12. So when I do that, what I see is 4 1s are, 4 3s are, 3 1s are, 3 4s are. So what I get is 3a plus 4b, that is 12 into 4 is 48. This is the standard form of the equation. So what we did is, we just got rid of the denominators. We removed the denominator. Okay. So students, with this we finished with question number 1, A and B both. Okay, so let us start with question number 2a. We have to complete the table. Okay, so let us write down the equation, that is 2x minus 3y equal to 3. Now here I have to substitute the value of x as minus 6. Okay, so we have to just solve this. So I will get minus 12 minus 3y equal to 3 minus 3y equals to 3 plus 12, that is 15. So y equals to minus 5. We'll get y equal to minus 5, and the point is minus 6 comma minus 5. Okay, now in the next thing again it is 2x minus 3y equal to 3. Now here we have to substitute the value of y as 1. So 2x minus 3 1, okay, equal to 3. So 2x minus 3 equal to 3. After shifting I will get 6. So when I solve I will get x equal to 3. So our answer is 3, and we write 3 comma 1. Okay, so let's see the next question, next sum. Okay, again they have given a determinant, we have to just solve it. Okay, so first we multiply 3 and 5, we multiply in this order 3 and 5, and then we multiply 4 and minus 2. So minus 2 into 4. Okay, don't forget the sign of the 2. So we get here 15 plus 8, that is this minus into minus plus 8, and the answer is 23. Okay, now next you have to complete the activity. So they have given equation 1 and equation 2. Now after multiplying the equations by some constants, those constants we have to write down, we got these two equations. Okay, so now just have a look at these two terms, that is 6y. Okay, so the first equation is 3x plus 2y. After multiplying we got 9x plus 6y. So with that we come to know that we are multiplying the first equation by 3. Similarly we are multiplying the second equation by 2. Okay, so after we multiply we get the respective equations. Now we are subtracting. So when you subtract 6y will cancel. What we get is 5x equals to 25. So that is what we have to write in the activity. 5x equals to 25. So x equals to 5. Okay, now let's see the next one. 2 comma 0 is the solution. So when they say 2 comma 0 means 2 is the value of x and 0 is the value of y. So instead of x you have to write 2, instead of y you have to put substitute 0. 2 into 2 plus 3 into 0. So that is 4 plus 0 equal to k, and after shifting I will get 4 equals to, sorry, k equals to minus 4. Okay. Okay, let's see the next one. Again we have sum to be solved by Cramer's rule. Okay, so they have already solved the value of d is 7 dx. Okay, so I will solve in steps and then I'll write down the answer in the given box. So we know what we do. 5 and 3 we multiply first with a minus, after minus 2 into 10. So what we get is 15 plus 20, that is 35. So this is the value of dx. So here I'll write down 35. Same thing, let me solve dy. So that is 1 into 10 minus 2 into 5, that is 10 minus 10, 0. So we get the value of dy as 0. So dx, so x value, what is x value? Dx, that is 35 upon 7, answer is 5. So here I'm going to write down 5, and dy is, and y is dy upon d is 7, that is 0. Let me write here 0. Okay, so this is how we do an activity based on Cramer's rule. Okay, so we finished with question number 2a. Now question number 2b. Okay, now these are going to be for 2 marks each. Let's see the first one. The difference between an angle and its complement is 10. Find the measure of larger angle. Okay, so let larger angle equal to x degree, let smaller angle equal to y degree. The difference is of 10 degree. So difference means the greater number minus smaller number. Here it is the greater angle minus smaller angle. Okay, that is 10. And they have given the term complement. Now we know what are called as complementary angles, angles whose addition is 90. These are the two equations what we get, students, and what we have to do is we have to add both the equations. So when you add the equations, y will cancel. What we get is 2x equals to 100, so x equals to 50 is the first angle. Okay, now we substitute that in any of the equations, equation 1 or 2. So let me take equation 2. So x is 50. So after we shift, we get y as 40 degree. Okay, or 40, and in the answer I will specify degree. Okay, so the final answer is the two angles are 40 degree and 50 degree. Okay, but if you see the question, they have specified find the larger angle. So actually here, students, the sum was till here only. Okay, but I showed you the whole sum. The question was still here, we had to find the greater angle. So the greater angle is 50, but yes, they can anytime change the question and they can ask you to solve the complete sum. Okay, fine. The next is we have to solve a determinant 5, 0 to minus 1. Okay, and we know how do we solve that. 5 into minus 1 minus 0 into 2, that is minus 5 minus 0, answer is minus 5. The value of the determinant is minus 5. Okay, so let's do the next one. For the equations, you have to find the value of d. Okay, so we know what we take for d. We take the coefficients of x and y. Okay, so okay, first before this, students, what I'll do is the equations are not given in the correct order. Okay, first let me write down that. Yes, 2x plus y equals to 19. Yes, I'll write down that. Okay, I'm writing in the standard form. The next is 2x minus 3y equals to minus 3. Yes, now I'll find the value of d. So for d, we take the coefficients of x here and the coefficients of y here. So what we get is 2 into minus 3 minus 2 into minus 6 minus 2, that is minus 8. This is the value of d. Okay, so students, be careful for this particular sum. If you see this equation, okay, this equation was not given in its standard form. So first we wrote the equation in the standard form. Okay, writing 2x first and then y, and then we found the value of d. Okay, now the next is they have given the equation. You have to find the value of y when x is 3. So 2x minus y equals to 2. The value of x is 3. So 2 into 3 minus y equals to 2. 6 minus y equals to 2. 6 minus 2 equals to y. Y equals to 4. Okay, simple substitution and finding the value of y. Okay, so we finished with the fourth one. Okay, now let's do the fifth sum, students. If 2 minus 5 is the solution of the equation, they have given the equation and you have to find the value of k. So let us take the equation, and in this particular equation we have to substitute the value of x as 2 and k as minus 5. Okay, so let's solve. This is 4, minus into minus is plus, 5k equals to 14. So what I get is 5k equals to 10. So the value of k is, okay, let's see the next one. For the equation, same thing, they have given the equation a plus 2b equal to 7. Okay, and we have to substitute the value of b. So the value of b is 4. So that is a plus 8 equal to 7, and after we shift we get a as minus 1. Okay, so both the sums were of the same category. One of the variable we have to find out. Okay, yes. So let's see the next one. Decide whether x equal to 2 and y equal to -1 is the solution. So what we have to do, we have to check whether it is a solution. So let us start with LHS RHS pattern. So what is LHS? 2x plus y. Here we have to substitute the value of x as 2 and y as -1 and solve this, and I got answer as 3, and if you see, that is nothing but RHS. So my answer is going to be yes. Okay, yes, it is the solution. Okay, yes means what? The given point is the solution. Okay, next, using the variable a and b, write any two equations whose solution is 0 and 2. So the solution is 0, so a is 2 and b is, sorry, a is 0 and b is 2. Okay, we have to form any two equations. Okay, so students, the easiest equation is going to be plus and minus. Means what? If I add a and b, a plus b, what I get? 2. So my first equation is a plus b equals to 2. Simple. Okay, now if I do a minus b, means 0 minus 2, I get -2. Okay, so my second equation is going to be a minus b equals to -2. Okay, so this is going to be the easiest one. One's plus and one's minus. Yes, your equations are done. Okay, now let's see the ninth one. Students, the ninth sum is very important. Now they have given two equations here where you see the coefficients of x and y are interchanged, and you have to find the value of x plus y. So 25x plus 65y equals to 183. 65x 2y 160. What we have to do is, students, we have to add both the equations. When you add both the equations, what we get is 117x plus 117y equal to 351 dividing by 117. What we get is x plus y equals to 3. X plus y equal to 3, and this is what we want. We want just the value of x plus y. And a small hint, students, here if they say find x minus y, so the same thing you will do, but you will subtract the equations. So when you subtract, you will get the value of x minus y. Okay, okay, the next is state whether point 3 minus 2 lie on the graph of the equation. Okay, so students, even though the word graph is given, we are not solving the sum by graphical method. Okay, instead of m and n, we will substitute 2n minus 3. So let's see, LHS equals to 5m minus 3n. Okay, LHS, I'll substitute the values and I'll say whether my answer is coming equal to RHS. So the value of m is 3 and n is -2. So what I get over here is 15 plus 6. I get answer as 21, but here it is given -21, so not equal to RHS. So my answer is no. 3 comma -2 does not lie on the graph of 5m minus 3n equals to -20. Okay, students, with this we finished with question number 2. Okay, so students, yes, if you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video and share it to all your friends. Okay, so let's start with question number 3a. It is activity. So they have given an isosceles triangle. okay, where these two sides are equal, and we call this as the base. Okay, so let's see what conditions they have given. So the first condition what they have given is this: in an isosceles triangle, I'm an isosceles triangle, my base is 3 more than twice my congruent side. My base, so what is the base? Base is taken as y is equals to 3 more, that is plus 3, then twice my congruent sides. The congruent sides are given as x, twice means 2x. Okay, so we got the first equation. Now I can keep the equation as it is, or I can just write down that in the standard form. So minus 2x plus y equal to 3, first equation. The next they have told us the perimeter is 35. Perimeter equals to 35 centimeters. So it is a rectangle having two sides equal, isosceles triangle. So perimeter means sum of all sides. So x plus y equals to 35. So what I get is 2x plus y equals to 35. Second equation. Okay. Now here what we see is, students, the coefficients of x are already same. So I will do adding 1 and 2. So if I add 1 and 2, what I get? 2x plus y equals to 3. 2x minus 2x plus y equal to 3, and 2x plus y equals to 35. Okay, so when we add, what will happen? 2x and 2x will cancel. So what we get is 2y, okay, equal to 38. So after I solve, I get the value of y as 19. The value of y is 19. Okay, and if you see the question, students, find my base. The question is find the length of my base. The base we got as y. Okay, so actually the sum is still here. You can even solve further. After substituting the value of y, you will get x also, but the answer is find my base. So answer is my base is 19 centimeters. Okay. Okay, so that was easy. Now the next is to complete, you have to complete the table, okay, for the graphical method. So we have the first as 3x minus 2y equals to 18. The value of x is 4. So if I substitute x as 4, okay, we have to just substitute x as 4 and keep on solving. So minus 2y equals to 18 minus 12, minus 2y equal to 6, y equal to minus 3. Here y equal to minus 3. So we get point as 4 comma minus 3. Okay, again the same thing, 3x minus 2y equals to 18. Here you are putting x as 2. 3 into 2 minus 2y equals to 18. 6 minus 2y equals to 18. Minus 2y equals to 18 minus 6. Minus 2y equals to 12. So y equal to minus 6. So we got y as minus 6. So answer is 2 comma 6. Third part, we are putting x as minus 1. So 3x minus 2y equals to 18. X is minus 1. That is minus 3 minus 2y equals to 18. Minus 2y equals to 18 plus 3. So minus 2y equals to 21. Y equals to minus 21 upon. So answer is minus 21 upon 2. So the point is minus 1 comma minus 21 by 2. Okay. And we have to just complete the table, students. We are not drawing it. Okay. Students, the next sum is very important. Okay. An activity sum, very important. So here they have given the sum of the two digits. Okay. Yes, it is the sum based on a 2-digit number. So we have taken as the sum, the number. Okay. Here the number as 10x plus y. The next is the number obtained by interchanging the digits. So if I interchange the digits, 10x plus y will become 10y plus x. Okay. Now the sum of these two, the original number and the interchange number, this sum is given as 132. So that is what we have done here in the next box. 10x plus y plus 10y plus x is nothing but 132. Okay, so I'll do one step of calculation here and then we'll fill the next activity. So if I add all the left hand sides, okay, 10x plus x will add y and 10y will add. So what I'll get is 11x plus 11y equals to 132, and when I divide by 11, okay, I get x plus y as 12. Okay, and that is what you have to write down here, x plus y equals to 12. Okay, now the next condition what they have given, okay, is the digit in the tens place minus the digit in the units place is 2. So I have x minus y equals to 2, second equation. So let us solve the equation here, students. So we have x plus y equals to 12 and x minus y equals to 2. So we have to add the equation. So when you add the equation, y will cancel. What we get is 2x equals to 14. After I shift, I get x equals to 7. So I'll write in this box x equal to 7, and after I substitute 7 in the first or the second equation, okay, here I'm taking the first equation, x is 7, 7 plus y equals to 12. So y is going to be equal to 12 minus 7, 5. So I got y as 5. Okay, now to write down this answer, okay, what we have taken the original number as 10x plus y. So what we are doing, I'm just substituting the value of x and y over here. So 10 into 7 plus 5, that is 70 plus 5. Your answer is 75. So my final box is the original number equal to 75. Okay, a very important sum, students. Okay, now let's see the B part. Question number 3, B part, the first sum, students. Okay, so the first sum I've already done for you, students. I'll just explain you over here. Okay, so we have to solve the sum graphically. So I've taken the first equation in blue box. So the blue table and the blue line is for the first equation, and the red box and the red line is for the second equation. Okay, so the equation is, the first equation is x plus y equal to 5. Okay, so what we do, we take any value of x, substitute and find the corresponding value of y, and we plot all those points on the graph. So if you see the graph, this equation is for x plus y equal to 5. Okay, the second equation is y equals to 5. Okay, y equals to 5. Now what is the meaning of y equal to 5? See the box, students. The value of y will remain the same irrespective of the value of x. Okay, so I've taken the value of x as 0, 1, 2, 3, but the value of y is still 5. So the red line is for y equal to 5, and where the two lines intersect each other, okay, that is nothing but the solution. Okay, so the solution is 0, 5. Solution is 0, 5. Okay, they have solved. So we have to write down the final answer over here. What is that? 0, 5 is the solution. 0, 5 is the solution. Okay, fine. Now see the next one, students. Again, it is a word problem. Okay, now they have given that Ajay is younger to Vijay by 3 years. Okay, so let the age of Ajay equal to x years, and let the age of Vijay equal to y years. Okay, now see the first condition they have given. Ajay is younger. Okay, so younger means what? Less. So x equals to y minus 3. X equals to y minus 3. So Ajay is younger to Vijay by 3 years. So that is why minus 3. Okay, so what I get is x minus y equals to minus 3, the first equation. X minus y equals to minus 3. Now next they have given is the sum of their ages is 25. Okay, the sum of the ages is 25. So the next condition is x plus y equals to 25. Okay, so what you have to do is we have to just add both the equations. Okay, so after we add the equations, let's see what we get. X plus y equals to 25, x minus y equals to minus 3. Okay, so after we add the equations, this will cut. We get 2x equals to 22, x equals to 11, x equal to 11, and this value of x, if I substitute in the first equation, that is x plus y equals to 25, that is 11 plus y equals to 25. After I shift, what I get, y as 14, y as 14. So what is the answer? Okay, Ajay's age equal to 11 years and Vijay's age equal to 14 years. Okay, yes. So now students, we have the next question. Okay, we have to solve the whole sum by Cramer's rule. Okay, till now whatever sums we did were a part of a Cramer's rule, but now here we have the complete Cramer's rule over here. Okay, so let me write down the equation first. 3x minus 4y equals to 10, 4x plus 3y equals to 5. Okay, now let's solve the sum. We have to find the value of d. So d is 3, 4 minus 4, 3. Okay, so what we have is 9 minus of minus 16, that is plus 16, 25. Dx, for dx what we do, we take the constants here 10 and 5, and after that we take the coefficients of y. So we have 30 minus of minus 20, that is plus 20, 50, and then we have dy. For dy we take first the coefficients of x and then we take the constants. So we get 15 minus 40, that is minus 25. Okay, so we got d, dx and dy. Now what we have to do is you have to find the value of x and y. So x is dx upon d, that is equals to 50 upon 25, that is 2, and y is dy upon d, that is minus 25 upon 20, that is. So we got the answers as x equal to 2, y equal to minus 1. Okay, now let's see the next sum. The difference between the two numbers is 3. Okay, and the sum of 3 times the bigger number. Okay, so I'll take the bigger number as x and smaller number as y. The difference is 3, means what? The bigger number minus the smaller number is 3. Okay, and they are given the sum of 3 times the bigger number, that is 3x, and 2 times the smaller number plus 2y equals to 19. Okay, Now students, here we have to make the coefficient same. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to multiply the first equation by 2 and then I'm going to add. Okay, so what I get is 2x minus 2y equal to 6, 3x plus 2y equals to 19, and when I add these two, the white terms will cancel. What I get is 5x equals to 25. After I solve, I get x equals to 5. Okay, so I get the bigger number as 5, and the question is find the numbers. So we'll be solving for the y term also, and I'll take the first equation, which is easy to solve, that is x minus y equals to 3. X is 5 minus y equal to 3. After I shift, I get y equals to 2. Okay, so my answer is, the bigger number is 5 and the smaller number is 2. Okay, let's see the next one. Question number 5. We have to solve the equation. Okay, 4m minus 2n equals to minus 4. I'll mark this as the first equation. Next is 4m plus 3n 16. Second. If you see students, we don't need to multiply anything over here because the m terms are already same. So I will just subtract. So when I subtract, what I see is the value of the m term will cancel. So what I get is minus 5n equals to minus 20. So n equals to 4. Okay, directly we got the value of n is 4. Now I'll just substitute the value of n in the first equation. So the first equation is 4m minus 2n. The value of n is 4, so minus 4. So 4m minus 8 equals to minus 4. After shifting minus 8, I will get 4. So m equals to 1. So I got the value of m as 1. My final answer is 1 comma 4, not 4 comma 1. mn. So first we are writing the value of m and then n. 4 comma 1 is the solution. Okay, now for the sixth sum, students, again the sixth sum is very important. Okay, now I'll just start the sixth sum here. Now here what they have told is they have given two equations. Okay, and if you see, the coefficients are interchanged. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, the first I'm going to add both the equations. Okay, so 99x plus 101y equals to 499. 101x plus 99y 501. So if I add both the equations, okay, if I add, what we get is 200x plus 200y equal to 1000. Okay, now if this equation, if I divide by 5, okay, divide by 200, I'm dividing the whole equation by 200. So what I get is x plus y equals to 5. Okay, so I'll mark this as the third equation. Okay, now we will subtract both the equations. So that is 99x plus 101y equals to 499. 101x plus 99y equals to 50. Now here we have to subtract the equations. When you subtract, let's see what we get. We get minus 2x plus 2y equals to minus 2. Okay, I'm dividing by minus 2. Okay, so if I divide by minus 2, what I'll get? X minus y equals to 1. So now what we have to do, we have to simply solve equation 3 and 4. Okay, and that is quite easy. So what we do is we just add equation 3 and 4. So equation 3 is x plus y equals to 5, x minus y equals to 1. So when I add this, y term will cancel, 2x equals to 6, x equal to 3, and I will substitute x equal to 3 in any one of the equation. So I get the value of y as 2. Okay, so 3 comma 2 is the solution. Okay, very important sum. Now question number 7. Okay, they have given the length of a rectangle is 5 more than its breadth. So let me take length as x and breadth as y. Okay, so here what they're given is the length is 5 more than, so length is 5 more than twice its breadth, so 2y. If I shift, I will get x minus 2y equals to 5. Okay, I got the first equation. Now they have given the perimeter is 52. So perimeter formula is 2 bracket length plus breadth. So 2 bracket x plus y is 52. So if I divide by 2, I will get x plus y equals to 6. Okay, so I got two equations, and what I can see is after we subtract, okay, the x term will cancel. Okay, so x minus 2y equals to 5, x plus y equals to 6. So we subtract, minus minus minus, so x term will cancel. So what we get over here is minus 3y equals to minus 21, and after I shift, we get y equal to 7. Okay, so we got y equal to 7 means the breadth is 7. Now what do you have to do? We have to just substitute. Okay, so let me take the first equation. Okay, that is x minus 2y equal to 5. So x minus 2 into y is 7. So x minus 14 equal to 5. So x equals to 19. My answer is the length of a rectangle is 19 centimeters and breadth is 7 centimeters. Okay, let's see the 8th one. We have to find the point of intersection of the two equations. They intersect at a and b. Okay, which means you have to find the solution. Okay, simple solutions. Okay, let's see. Let's take the first equation, 2x minus y. I'm shifting 4 on that side. 2x minus y equal to 4. The next is x plus y. I'm shifting 1 on the right hand side, minus 1. Okay, so we have to simply add the equations. So what I get is 3x equal to 3, x equal to 1. Okay, if I substitute x equal to 1 in the second equation, any equation you can take, x plus y equal to minus 1, x ka value 1. So if I shift, I get y equals to minus 2. Okay, I got x and y, but the question is they intersect at point P A B. So A is going to be 1 and B is going to be minus 2. So my answer is the point of intersection is 1 comma minus 2. Okay, let's see the next one, sum number 9. Okay, so they have given that the solution of the equation, they have given two equation is 2 comma minus 3, and you have to find the value of a and b. Okay, so what you have to do is, students, in this particular equations, in these both equations, we have to substitute the values of x and y. Okay, so x is 2 and y is minus 3. Okay, so if I substitute that in the first equation, okay, or the second equation, any first, let us take the first equation. So I'm putting x as 2. So what I'll get, 2a, and the value of y is minus 3, so minus 3b, and I'm shifting plus 5 on that side, so I'll get minus 5. So I'm directly substituting and forming the equation. Okay, so the next equation is I'm substituting the value of x as 2. So what I'll get, 2b plus 3a plus 3a, because the value of a is minus 3, so minus into minus is plus, equals to, I'll shift 12 on the right hand side. Okay, now what I'm doing is, students, I'm not marking this equation as 2. What I'll do, I'll just rearrange the terms. What I'll get is 3a plus 2b equals to 12. Okay, now we have to just solve these equations and we'll get the values of a and b. Okay, so how do we solve? If I want to make the coefficients of b same, so I'm going to multiply this by 2 and multiply this by 3. So if I multiply by 2, what I'll get, 4a minus 6b equals to minus 10, and if I multiply by 3, I'll get 9a plus 6b equals to 36. Okay, so we are adding 6b will cancel, 13a equals to 26. If I divide, I get the value of a as 2. Okay, I got a as 2. Now what we have to just substitute the value of a and we'll get the value of b. Okay, so let me take the first equation, that is 2a minus 3b equals to minus 5. So a is 2 plus 3b equals to minus 5. So that is 4 minus 3b is minus 5. After I shift, minus 3b equals to minus 9, and after I divide, I get the value of b as, okay, so the value of a is 2 and the value of b is 3. Okay, let's have the 10th sum. Okay, now the 10th sum is important. Okay, so a person starts a job, okay, having a fixed salary and yearly increment. So I will take the fixed salary as x and yearly increment as y. Fixed salary equal to rupees x and yearly increment as rupees y. Now after 4 years the salary is 15,000, means the fixed salary is not changing, that is x. Yearly increment is y, so 4 years it will be 4y equals to 15,000. This is the first equation, and similarly we have to write down for 10 years. So for the 10 years I will get x plus 10y equals to 18,000. Okay, so now here we have to subtract the equations. So when you subtract, x will cancel. Okay, so what we get is minus 6y equals to minus 3,000. After I shift, I get y as 500. So what is 500? Yearly increment. Now you have to find out x also. So x plus 4y, the value of y is 500 equals to 15,000. So what is x equals to 15,000 minus 2,000. Okay, I'm multiplying and shifting on that side, so I get answer as 13,000. So my final answer is fixed salary is rupees 13,000 and yearly increment is rupees 500. Okay, so monthly salary, fixed salary is 13,000 and increment is 500 rupees. Okay, now let's see the next one. For the equation, they have given the equation, find the value of x when y is minus 1 and we have to find y when x is 3. Okay, so we have two parts. Let us take down the equation. 3x minus 2y equal to 17. So we have to substitute the y as minus 1. 3x, okay, We have to just solve. After I shift to 15, x equal to 5. Okay, that is the first thing. Now again the equation 3x minus 2y equal to 17. Now here you have to substitute the value of x as 3. That is 9 minus 2y equal to 17. Minus 2y equals to 17 minus 9. Okay. So minus 2y equals to 8. Y equal to minus 4. Okay. So for the first part, the value of x is 5, and for the second part, value of y is minus 4. Now we come to question number 4. 4 marks sum, students. Okay, again the first part I have already done. Same thing. The first equation is x minus y equals to 1. So that is x minus y equals to 1. So the difference is 1. So I've taken the values of y and found the corresponding value of x. Okay, and in the second equation is 2x plus y equals to 8. To make it easy, y equals to 8 minus 2x. Okay, so here I've taken 4 values of x and found the corresponding values of y. Okay, and where the two lines intersect, okay, so that point is 3 comma 2. So the answer is 3 comma 2 is the solution. Okay, students, so here you can pause the video and see the calculations if you want. Okay, let's see the next one. Okay, again we have Cramer's rule using the determinants given below. Okay, you have to form the equation and then solve them. Okay, no problem. Let's see. So students, we have d. So d means what we do, these are the coefficients of x, these are the coefficients of y, and for dy these are nothing but the constants. These are nothing but the constants. So the first equation is going to be 5x plus 7y equal to 4. And second equation is going to be 2x minus 3y equal to minus. Okay, now we got the equation. Now we have to solve that. Okay, now we can solve by any method, but since this particular topic is based on Cramer's rule, so we'll solve by Cramer's rule only. So we have the determinant d. So let me write that again and solve it. Okay, so what we get over here is minus 15 minus 14 is minus 29. Dx is, okay, now dx we have to find out, that is 4 minus 10, 7 minus 3, minus 12 plus, I'll directly write down, okay, plus 70, that is 8, and dy, they have given dy, that is 5 to 4 minus 10, that is minus 50 minus 8, and that is minus. Okay, so now we have to solve. X equals to dx upon d. So value of dx is 58 upon minus 29, that is minus 2, and y is dy upon d. Dy is minus 58 and d is minus 22. So final answer minus 2 comma 2 is the solution. X is minus 2 and y is 2. Okay, students, the next sum is from the second chapter. Okay, but still we'll solve this. Okay, so they have given the 17th term as 54 and the 9th term as 30. So the 17th term is 54. So when I take 17th term, means I'm talking about a plus n minus 1d, that is a plus 17 minus 1d, so that is a plus 16d is 54. The next is the 9th term is 30, so that is a plus 9 minus 1d 30, that is a plus 8d. Okay, we got the first and the second equation. Now the sum is from this chapter. Okay, so actually this particular sum is a combination of AP and simultaneous equation. Okay, so let us subtract both the equations. So when we subtract, A will cancel. So what we get is 8d equals to 24. So d is d. We got the value of d and we have to find the value of A. So for that you can take any particular equation. Okay, let me take the first one. A plus 16d equals to 54. A plus 16 into 3, 54. So A is 54 minus 48. We got the value of A as 6 and D as. Okay. Now the next sum, students, is very important. I want you to understand the concept very properly. Okay, question number 4, the train sum. Okay, now they are given a train covers a certain distance at a uniform speed. So here we don't know two things. We don't know what is the distance, and we don't know what is time, and we don't know what is speed. Three things we don't know. But what we are going to do is let the time taken equal to x hours, let speed equal to y kilometers per hour. Now if time and speed is given, can I say distance equals to speed into time, that is x into y kilometers? Okay, yes. So I have distance as xy, time as x hours, and speed as y kilometers per hour. Okay, now let's see the first condition. So the first condition they are given, if the train would have been 6 kilometers per hour faster, so the speed is y, if would have been 6 kilometers per hour faster, so this is the new speed into the new time. What time they have told? 4 hours less. So x minus 4 equal to the total journey is the same, means what? The distance covered is the same, so xy will come as it is. So now when I open the bracket, okay, so what I'll get? xy minus 4y plus 6x minus 24 equal to xy. xy will cancel from either sides. So what I get is, now what I'm doing is I'm directly writing in the standard form, 6x minus 4y equals to 24. Okay, now students, I know that this particular equation is divisible by 2, but I'll keep it as it is because let's see the next one. Next, what they have told, now if the speed is 6 kilometers per hour less into the time taken would be 6 hours more, but the total journey distance will be the same. So when I open the bracket, I'll get xy plus 6x plus 6y minus 6x minus 36 equal to xy. Cancel. So I will get minus 6x plus 6y equal to 30. Okay. Now you understood, students, why I kept the equation as it is. Now on both the equations I have 6x 6x, so I don't need to reduce that. Okay, so adding 1 and 2, when I add the equation, 6x minus 4y equals to 24 minus 6x plus 6y equals to 36. When I add, what I get, this will, x term will cut, 2y equal to 60. When I shift, I get y equal to 30. What is y? This is nothing but the speed, 30 kilometers per hour. Okay, now what to do? We'll just substitute that particular the value of y in any of the equations. Okay, let us take the first one. 6x minus 4y, y is 30, equals to 24. 6x equals to 24 plus 120, so that is 144. So x equals to 24. Okay. After dividing by 6, we got x equals to 24. Now students, we got the value of x and y, but if you see the question, they have asked the length of the journey. Okay, now the length of the journey means what? The total distance. Okay, so how do we get the total distance? Let's see. The final answer, total distance. So what is the formula for total distance? Speed into time, that is x into y, that is 30 into 24. My answer is 720 kilometers. The total journey is of 720 kilometers, out of which the speed is 30 kilometers per hour and the time taken is 24 hours. Okay. Now let's see the next one, students. Sum number 5. Okay, now here they have given all the numbers in decimal. Okay, so first let me write those numbers in decimal. 0.4x plus 0.3y equals to 1.7, and we have 0.7x minus 0.2y equals to 0.8. Okay, now I can even solve the sum this way, students. Okay, it is going to be correct, but I don't want any decimals. So what I'll do, I'll multiply both the equations by 10. When I multiply both the equations by 10, okay, what I'll get, 4x plus 3y equal to 70, 7x minus 2y equals to 8. Okay, what I'll do, I'll not mark these equations as 1 and 2, I'll mark these equations directly as 1 and 2. Okay, so we got this. Now what? Now we have to make the coefficient same. So I'll multiply this by 2 and this by 3. If I multiply by 2, what I'll get, 8x plus 6y equals to 34, and here I'll get 21x minus 6y equals to 24. Okay, so we are adding the equations, so 6y term will cancel, and what we get is 29x equals to 58. After I divide, I get x equals to 2. Okay, now I have to substitute the value of x. So instead of taking the equations with decimal, I will prefer the first equation, that is 4x plus 3y equals to 17. X is 2. Okay, so that is 3y equals to 17 minus 8, that is equals to 9. Y equals to 3. X is 2 and y equal to 3 is the solution. Okay, let's see the last sum, students, of question number 5. Question number 4, that is a 4-mark sum. Okay, so here they have given the semi-perimeter of a rectangle is 36. Now what do you mean by semi-perimeter? Semi-perimeter means half of the perimeter is 36. So half of 2 bracket perimeter of rectangle, length into breadth, I'll take the length as x and the breadth as y, equals to 36. So 2 will cancel. I got the first equation as x plus y equal to, okay, second equation, the length is 4 more than the breadth. The length is 4 more than the breadth. After I shift, I get x minus y as the second equation. Simple to solve? Yes. X plus y equal to 36. X minus y equal to 4. We have to simply add the equations. Y will cancel. 2x equals to 40. X equals to 20. So what is x? The length is 20. So let me substitute the value of x in the first equation. X plus y is 36. X is 20 plus y is 36. So y equal to 16. Y equal to 16. So my final answer is length is 20 centimeters and its breadth is 16 centimeters. Okay. Yes. So now the last question, students. Question number 5, that is 3 marks each. Okay, so here we have to just form the simultaneous equations what we just did in the previous question. Okay, yes, so we know these are nothing but the coefficients of x and y. Okay, so the first equation is going to be 4x minus 3y equal to, and when it is dx, students, the constants we write here, and when it is dy, we write constants here. So you can take anything. Okay, you can consider dx also or dy also. So we get 4x minus 3y equals to 5, the first one, and then we get 2x plus 5y equals to 9. Okay, and here, students, we are not supposed to solve the equations, so yes, the sum is still here only. Okay, fine, that was easy. Next one, I held a number 75 in my mind. Write any condition showing the relation with the digits. Okay, so students, the number is 75, means units and tens. Okay, so what we'll take, let the digit in tens place equal to x, let the digit in units place equal to y. Now if you see 75, the difference is of 2. So my first condition is going to be x minus y equals to 2. Simple. 7 minus 5, 2. Okay. Now next is write a condition showing the relation between the number and the interchanged number. Okay, so I'm taking the original number as 10x plus y. Why 10x plus y? Because x is in tens place. This is the original number, plus the interchange number is going to be 10y plus x. Okay, equal to what? Now see this, the original number is 75. If I interchange the digits, what I get? 57. And if I add this, what I get? 132. So I'm writing here 132. Means here they have already given you the number. From number you to form the equation. Okay, so yes, this 132 will come here. Understand that. So what I get is 11x plus 11y equals to 132. I can reduce by 12. I reduce by 11. So what I get over here is x plus y equals to 12. So this is the second equation, and this is what we have to find out. The first equation and the second equation. Okay. Now let's see the next sum. Write any two linear equations in two variable in which, okay, one of the variable is 12, another variable is 10. So let us understand the concept. So I have two answers, x equals to 12 and I will get y equals to 10. Okay, you have to form two equations. the easiest is addition and subtraction. Okay, so if I subtract 12 and 10, what I get? 2. And if I add 12 and 10, what I'll get? 22. Bus. So x minus y equals to 2 and x plus y equals to 22. We formed the two equations. You can form any other equation, but this is going to be the easiest one. Okay, one of the answer is 12 and another answer is 10. So the difference is of 2 and addition is of 22. Okay, now let's see the last one, students. Okay, so from a railway station I took a rickshaw to go home. It was decided that I have to pay x for the first kilometer. Okay, rupees x for the first kilometer, and for each kilometer after that I have to pay y rupees for the next. Okay, now they have given for 10 kilometers. Okay, for 10 kilometers I am paying 40 rupees. So for the first kilometer it is x, and after that means how many? 10 minus 1, 9 kilometers, the total is 40. Okay, that is what the question is. Fixed kilometer is x, and after that means after that first kilometer means 10 minus 1, 9 kilometers. So what I get is x plus 9y equals to 40, first condition, first equation. And for 16 kilometers it is 58. Same thing, x plus 16 minus 1y equals to 58. Okay, so that is x plus 15y equals to. Okay, so what do you have to do? We have to subtract the equations. So when we subtract, x will cancel. So what we get is minus 6y equals to minus 18. After I shift, I get y equal to 3. Okay, and we will substitute the value of y in any of the equation. Okay, let us take the first equation, that is x plus 9y equals to 40, x plus 9, y is 3. So x equals to 40 minus 27, that is 13. Okay, so what does this mean? The fare for first kilometer, which is fixed, is rupees 13, and after that the fare for per kilometer, okay, is rupees 3. Okay students, so with this we finish with the question bank of the first chapter in algebra.